Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for a League Cup semi-final watch-along featuring one of our championship teams. It is Tottenham versus Brentford in the League Cup. We're going to be here over the next 2 hours for this one, watching along with you guys in the chat, seeing whether Brentford or indeed Spurs can get to the final. Let me know if you can see me, hear me loudly and clearly, and we will crack on with the evening's festivities. Quick little look in the comments. Thank you, all of these people here already. Charles is talking about some rumours in Sheffield United. Jamie says he thinks Brentford are going to win. Liam is here. Carl is here. Should we leave our bias at the door, or on this occasion are we all supporting Brentford? Maybe a little bit. Obviously, most football fans are also fans of Kane and Son, though, because they're just so damn good, aren't they? But there we go. Joel is here. Tyler is here. Tyler, new signing for Barnsley. We will do a transfer update possibly on Thursday, I reckon. So we'll talk about Liam Kitching and possibly Matty James out and across to Coventry. I think, did I already read that one? I think I did already read that one, didn't I? Yeah. Bits is here, commenting on my clothes. Katie's here to escape the impending doom. We're all in our houses, so we'll all be doomed together. Luke is here. Excellent content creator. Luke in Championship, League One and Ipswich. Good, knowledgeable fella. Yeah, we'll do the time stamp. We'll talk about the teams in a second. Jason is in Brentford's corner, as I think James suggested. Sid says, up to Swindon. Excellent. Welcome along if you're a Swindon fan. Hi, Jamie. Speaking of transfers, Buendia pledges allegiance to Norwich. Well, once that window's closed and he's still there, I'll believe it. But it's going to be a long month of speculation if you are a Norwich fan. Good interview, Chris Gorham. Yeah, check that out on the channel. And I'll be on the scrimmage show. That's pre-recorded tomorrow on Radio Norfolk. So check that out. Love England says Brentford win 3-1. Oh, there you go. Katie's got her priorities, talking about the Wigan collapse and some very weirdness. If you've been following on Twitter on that one, and QPR Forever is here as well. Get your predictions in down the side. I know we've already had a couple, but take a look at these two teams, because by God, we've got two managers taking this competition very seriously. And this is obviously in the wake of, we did Brentford in the previous round, didn't we? And they played Newcastle with pretty much not a second team, but a 1.5 team. Well, they've gone strong tonight, but so have Spurs. So look, we'll do the Brentford team first. And obviously you lot are massively familiar with all of these guys from the Championship, and really give or take Pontus Jansson and Christian Norgard. That is Brentford's strongest team. I guess the feeling is they can go easy in the FA Cup. I don't know who they've got in the FA Cup at the weekend and have a pop at this one. And also, Brentford are knocking on the door to the Premier League, playoff finalist, extra time last year. It's a good run out for their players in a Premier League stadium against Premier League players. So it's probably quite a good motivation for Thomas Frank to his players, if they needed motivating, to say, look, this is what you're playing for. Look at this stadium and look at these players you are indeed up against. So there's the Brentford team. Raya in goal, Dalsgaard, Pinnock, Sorensen over Janssen. Don't know where Janssen is. Henry across the back. De Silva, Janelt and Jensen. Again, maybe Norgard would be the stronger first teamer. But Janelt's been good, hasn't he? And Buemo, Tony and Canos. And Buemo and Canos more recently helping Tony and actually getting some goals. It seemed like Tony was the only person chipping in up the top there for Brentford. A little look on the bench tells us, a little bit weaker there. Rasmussen, Stevens, Haygarth, Marcondes is strong, Force is strong, Fosu is strong, and Godas is strong. Gilbert there. So, maybe gone a little bit weaker on the bench to give probably some people the night off, unless there is injuries I don't know about. Get your predictions in, get your thoughts on that team for me. And there's your Spurs team. That's decent, isn't it? Lloris in goal, Aurier, Sanchez, Dyer, Regulon. Help me with my pronunciation on that one. Sissoko, who I believe is still the most expensive. No, has Nathan Ake beaten him now? Most expensive player ever to be transferred out of the Championship. He was just about there when he left Newcastle for Spurs. And Højbjerg, Mora and Dombele. And then, wow, Heung-min Son and Harry Kane both start in this one. Son didn't start against Stoke, but Kane did. And we get one of the best duos, or if they can keep it up through this season, it will go down as one of the best partnerships I think I've ever seen watching football. They're so good, these two, and I can't wait to watch them play tonight. Let's have a look on the bench for Spurs. Hart, Tanganga, Davies, Alderweireld, Ali Strong, White, Winks, Bergwijn, and Vinicius. So very, very strong from Spurs. They'll look on this as an opportunity for a trophy. We know Jose Mourinho loves this competition and has won it with a couple of clubs, hasn't he? So, taking it very, very seriously. Let's have a look at your comments. How are we doing for time? Oh, good. We're about 7 minutes out from kickoff, which means I can give a little plug. If you want to support at any point during the broadcast, you can via the Super Chat facility. What are you guys saying here? Bits. Feel tonight we'll see both teams score. Odds on this game are so rubbish as the bookies have Spurs heavy favourites. Be so interesting, Bits, if you just took Kane and Son out, how much the odds would change. But with those two, and it does make them hot favourites. Evening to Noah. Katie is on Spurs by the look of it. Spurs full strength, says Tyler. Gary's gone Spurs 3-1. Tyler wants 7 goals. So do I. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Is this our first watch along in the new year? Have we done one already? I can't even remember. Dates mean nothing in lockdown, don't they? 3-1, says Bits. Brentford on pens. Now, someone help me out. Carl, is this full-time straight to penalties? Or is it extra time as well? Let me know. Brentford have already beaten 3 Premier League teams to get there. Certainly haven't had an easy route. No, they haven't. They haven't been challenged like this yet, though, have they? Brentford v Borough. Thank you, Mr. E in the FA Cup. So, Frank will go all-out second-string team for that. Ben says Brentford no worse than Palace for me, and Palace drew with Spurs. There we go. Don't write them off. 5 subs allowed. Yes, they extended that, didn't they? Spurs 4-2. Kane versus Pinnock. Well, it's going to be a fun one for Pinnock, but look, it's a fun one for anybody who plays against Harry Kane, isn't it? 3-1 to Spurs, says Noah. Good evening to Paula. Chris says, as much as I would like Brentford to win, their style of play is an open footballing one, and they will be picked off by one of the best teams in the country. He's expecting a big victory here for Spurs, is Chris. Katie says 2-0 Spurs. Spurs will likely concede late, judging by recent form. Well, let's hope it's all over the show. No replays must be complete tonight. Do they go straight to penalties, Tyler? Brentford here. All I want is a good, exciting game. It'd be nice to keep that undefeated streak going. Callum says, which team would you think would be a good fit for Hamer if he were to move? Want to keep him a footballing team, obviously, a free-flowing one, and generally the one that pays the most money if you're going to lose your best player. Stephen says, expect Spurs to win by 3-2. Brentford, give it a go. Nothing to lose. Let's hope that is the case, and we do indeed get a good game. Oh, there is extra time tonight. Okay. So we may be in for the long haul if Mr. Kane and Mr. Son don't manage to do what we're possibly expecting them to do. Another plug down there in the chat there. Patreon, you can subscribe to me via Patreon. Absolutely vital now. Hopefully we're going to get extended self-employment grants, given that we're going to be in lockdown for 3 months longer than maybe we expected. But your support is absolutely vital at the moment. And Patreon is the place where it really, really does make the most difference. Spurs players in the tunnel. I'm just going to move my mic over a bit. Let me know the audio is still decent. There is Harry Kane, the England captain. What a player he is. Always a pleasure to watch that guy. Have they got VAR in this one? Is that the case? I don't know. Who do I want to win? When I'm doing these watch-alongs, Ben, normally my allegiances go out the window. Obviously, we've really enjoyed Brentford, and it would be a great thing for the Championship to have the team in the final. But Mourinho, Kane, Son, it's going to be so difficult against football giants, those three essentially, aren't they? So I don't know. QPR on the Katie will help you out with that one on the Wigan take over. VAR is in operation. Interesting. Have Brentford played with VAR before? They may or may not have. A lot of Championship teams never have they? Evening to Irene. So glad English football can carry on throughout lockdown. It would be so much harder if we couldn't support the teams. Yeah, I dare say for the value these guys give us in entertainment, and I don't want to get into politics, but I'm sure many people would happily have them all vaccinated, so the football could definitely continue. Two offers. This is Wigan. The Spanish, as they had excluded, they took 3 months for the EFL. Oh dear. Oh, the old owners and directors test, no doubt again. Thank you, Stephen. He says, keep up the good work. Lockdown till March. Stop it. There we go. But we're all together. Hey, we can all watch the football and enjoy it. Just one more plug down the bottom there. YouTube have had one of their purges today where they go ahead and they delete a load of lapsed accounts and fake accounts and stuff. So I've lost about 30 subscribers or something today. So please do, if you haven't already, go and hit the subscribe channel. Press like on this feed, and that might bring more people into the stream. And obviously, and you're all doing it already, get your comments in. Football is nothing without the fans. We've heard many times, and these watch-alongs are nothing without the comments. So believe me, StreamYard has failed a couple of times, and I've had to do them without the comments, and it's just no fun. So keep them coming. It's just me talking at a screen, basically, just having a look through that Spurs team on Sky. So strong, laced with internationals there. I think Sissoko's a World Cup winner, isn't he? Dyer and Kane are England internationals, and obviously Son is a world star. And Højbjerg and Dombele, Mora, Region, if I'm pronouncing that right, and Sanchez, great players as well. Lloris, another World Cup winner. So superb team there. Let's see whether Brentford can give them a game. We know the likely pattern, even against the Championship team, from Jose, is he's going to sit back and set the traps, isn't it? I have just had a tweet from Charlie, who is not going to be here, sadly, tonight. He's not feeling great. We know Charlie's having his horrible health struggles at the moment, but we do need to give Charlie a shout out. He is our sponsor here, 30 years of Laura Rule. Here's to many more. And if you do watch this back on repeat, Charlie, get well soon. We're all behind you here in what you're fighting against. So good luck, mate, and thank you as ever for your support for the channel. Tyler, legend. Now, I'm on the herbal tea. A lot of people have been tweeting. So I'll drink to you, Tyler. Thank you. Love the content. I hope this helps. Thank you so much. It really does help, Tyler. So thank you so much. I got on the scales this morning, and genuinely half of the weight I lost during lockdown, I've put back on over Christmas. So, man, I need to I need to get off the booze for a few weeks, maybe. Yes to VAR. Mike Dean in the middle. Sensational. Always love a bit of Mike Dean. Right. We'll just get a feel for the game. Keep your comments coming. Sorry, I just got my teams there. Let me put them in my line of sight. keep your comments coming. We'll just feel the game out for the first 2 or 3 minutes. We've started. I'll give you time check when we're about 2 minutes in, guys. We have kicked off, long ball forward by Brentford. Let me just bung the score up there so anyone who visits can find it. And we'll just get a little feel for the start of this game. Here come Spurs with Moira in the centre circle, bustling through and fouled by Josh De Silva. Good start by Moira, looked strong, driving through there. Højbjerg, and it's found its way back to Dyer, who switches the play, looking for Aurier. Good chest down by him on the right, into Moira, and back to Aurier. Brentford 10 behind the ball here. Nice and steady defensive shape for them in the opening of this game. Be interesting to see how Ivan Toney goes against Premier League defenders, international defenders, Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez. Fed into Moura, who looks really lively. He's in a 10 position. Here's Son. Son on the right foot. Plays that one out to Region, who wins a corner off Henrik Dalsgaard. Really good start by Spurs. They're really kind of at it in these opening exchanges. Brentford really barely had a kick so far. Can they defend this corner? Half zonal, 4 guys on the edge of the 6-yard box, half man to man. It's on the left-hand side for Spurs, the corner. It's going to come in outswinger, headed clear by Toney on the near post. And the Brentford press from Mbeumo, means Aurier has to go all the way home. And Lloris has the ball in the penalty box for Spurs. Brentford reset. I'm sure Lloris has been told, let them reset, let them get into shape, and we can pick them off. I'm sure he's told that against most teams with Mourinho as the boss. Throw in to Brentford on the left. Rico Henry throws that one into Jensen. Right-footed to De Silva. De Silva inside the fullbacks. Good ball. And Mbeumo's in behind. Great cross by Mbeumo with the right foot there. It's cleared out. Got a brilliant assist. And Mbeumo the other day, didn't he, in the game against Bournemouth with the right foot. Known for cutting in on his left foot. But apparently, really good player with either foot. Lovely ball by Josh De Silva inside the fullback. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Thanks again to Tyler for that super chat. Legendary stuff. Thoughts on Matty James to Coventry? Just a strange one, Fintan, that Barnsley are letting that happen. But we'll see what the Tykes have got up their sleeve. You would have thought they would have had the option to continue that loan. But I suppose Barnsley's loss will likely be Coventry's gain there. I don't think that's really the spirit, Aging Horizon. We're entitled to sharing everybody's, solitude at the moment. I don't think we need to have oppression Olympics and who's been worse affected. I don't think it's helpful to tell people to stop complaining in this situation. And I think we just want to all try and be supportive to each other. So, not really a great comment that, I'm afraid. Spanish bid would also result in a 15-point deduction. Ouch. Yes, not looking good for Wigan. I like your scissors. There they are in the background. And the beverage choice, is herbal tea, whoever asked that. There we go, James. Keep the comments coming. The ball goes forward for Mbeumo. And it's all the way through to Lloris. Spurs have it in the centre-back position. Sanchez to Dyer. Dyer holds onto it. Brentford less engaged in the press than they would normally be in championship games. They'd normally be a bit more aggressive, just sitting off a little bit, understandable given the standard of the opposition. And Ndombele is really deep in the left-back position. He played it into Reguilón, and it's out for a throw-in. As Reguilón fastens his shoelace. Mourinho watches very intently. Don't know if he's going to coach him on how to tie his shoelaces. There we go. Throw-in down the left-hand side for Spurs, and Dalsgaard hacks that one clear left-footed. Dyer versus Tony, and then Sanchez plows through. Big challenge, fair challenge apparently on Canos. Left his calling card there. And Ndombele is really deep again down the left, but nice switch of play by him. Clever ball to Mora. Can they get an overload now down the right, Spurs? Mora drives with the ball again. It's played back and into Højbjerg, who gives it away. And De Silva comes out with it. Now, can Brentford get out? We've seen this counter press by Spurs before. We saw it against Leeds at the weekend. And this is the bit where they don't let you out and possibly win it back again. Son engages Dalsgaard, plays it back to Pinnock. Oh, and Pinnock there. Nice gifable moment there. Just sidesteps Heung-min Son. He'll have enjoyed that one. Højbjerg has it just near the centre circle. Oh, he's played through the lines beautifully there. Here's Kane in the 10 position. Kane, edge of the box, tries the nutmeg on Pinnock, who does well. Reguilón follows it up. And does he foul Dalsgaard there? No, he doesn't. And it is straight through to David Raya. Don't forget my cuppa. It's not going to get cold, I promise, but thank you for the reminder. Good evening to Russ. Thank you for your kind comments. Josh says, do you think you'll get Thomas on loan? This is Luke Thomas to Ipswich. If we do, we probably won't know what to do with him, but it would be nice because I think he's a good player. So certainly be good in League One. Brentford pinned back by the sound of it. Yeah, Carl. Yeah. And they've got a set play now. They are good on set plays, Brentford, very innovative. And for a good footballing team, not scared to, work at set plays and work on those marginal gains. Can I do a FIFA 21 career mode? It would be comedic in the extreme. Look at me. Do you think I'm good at video games? I would suck. Jensen pings the ball into the box. Pinnock heads it on as ever. And big clearance there. Now, that would have been interesting. Overhead kick clearance in the box. Now, if Tony had been very, very wily and very brave and stuck his head in the way of that, Brentford would have had a penalty then, but he was just about a yard off and probably didn't want his teeth kicked down his throat there. But we've seen them before. Here's Janelt, Henry, Jensen down the left, looking for Canos. That's going to go out of play. Let's do a time check. We're coming up for 9 minutes. 9 minutes in. I'll count you 3, 2, 1 if you want to sync up with me. 3, 2, 1. 9 minutes. 9 minutes on the clock here. If you want to sync up with me, pause your feed or pause me and get everything lined up. From bad to worse for Derby, 15 players test positive. My God, that's awful. And the takeover, oh goodness. 15 players positive. That must have been on the bus or something going round, mustn't it? Shocking. I hope those Derby players get well soon. And obviously we worry about the health of the players, but it's the worst time to get it as well because there's no league games, so they may have an FA Cup game cancelled, but they'll have a lot of very knackered, very ill players when the Championship returns on, is it the 16th? Yeah, on Saturday, the 16th. But yeah, obviously, first and foremost, I hope no one's badly affected, because we heard about a few people who've got long COVID, even fit, young, super fit athletes. And Dave says, don't know where he's got that from. So let us know your source, Lewis. But normally a pretty reliable chap is our Lewis in the chat there. Ryan Conway said Wednesday had some positive tests on the day of the Wednesday versus Derby. Oh, they may have got it from the Wednesday players. Impossible to track these things, but hey, where there's smoke, there's fire. Sometimes, allegedly, and I'll keep my powder dry until I see conclusive proof of anything, as ever. Now, if you want to see me squirm, this is the teapot and this is the teacup, and it's really hard to pour. It does that thing where it catches on the spout. I'll pour it like a beer, and I've got to go really slow and really, really steady. Højbjerg has got the ball around the centre circle. And it's one of those stupid things where, to preserve the carpet and all the gear I've got here, I'd rather the boiling water went on my legs. I hate to say that, but I've nailed that, haven't I? Look at that for a cup of tea. Sensational stuff. Yeah. Tiny spout. Well, that's what she said. Evening to Alex as well. Here comes Kane. Left-hand side of the box, looking for Son. Exactly the pass they scored from against Leeds, but Brentford a little less open than Leeds always are. Beautiful to watch, as they are. Crossed into the box. Big chance, and the opening goal is scored, I think, by Sissoko in the middle of the box there. Spurs lead. It was crossed in from the left-hand side. Lovely ball in from Reguilón and headed in middle of the goal, about 8 yards out. Sissoko is the scorer, and Spurs have picked off Brentford within 12 minutes. It was dire. Reguilón's got space. They're quite deep, and I have to say, it's a lovely cross, and it's a classic central midfield run. I'm going to watch just Sissoko if I can, and he gets in between Pinnock and Sørensen. They're all worried about Kane and Son. Sissoko waltzes in, headers it past Raya, and it's a great header, actually. Lovely goal by Spurs, and we've seen it so many times from them this season. They just bang with their quality, and out of nowhere they can just really quickly get a goal. Excellent stuff by Sissoko. It is on 12 minutes. Spurs 1, Brentford 0. And really bad news for Brentford, that, because you now know that they have to come out, and you've got, as I said, the Mourinho factor in the way Spurs are set up. They're on the counter here, though, with De Silva, who's very well marshalled by Højbjerg there. Good defensive midfield play by him. And Reguilón is brought down there. And Mike Dean pulls out the yellow card for Sergi Canos. And it's a bad minute or two there for Brentford. Canos just stopping the counter-attack. A most deliberate of fouls, and he takes the yellow card from referee Dean. What are you guys saying about that one? I got nervous watching you pour that. Absolutely. I'm going to be on Lex Alexis channel on Thursday, so look out for that. Here's Kane, Tamura into the box. Son, good save. Oh, Spurs are at it here, aren't they? Crossed by Aurier to the back post. Ruth for the net. When you see Son lining up a right foot, you just expect him to score every time. It's a tricky chance. Their attacking speed is sublime sometimes, Spurs. And they look really decent here, don't they? Have you ever been to Essex? I went to college in Colchester. So I've virtually lived in Essex, yeah. Wrong colour room for a tea accident. You're telling me about it. It could be worse. Could be a red wine. Spillage. They'll sit back now. Yeah. David, who's our sponsor of our Super Streams, says great ball, wasn't it? Wasn't it just? Leicester wanted 18,000 a week towards Matty James. Barnsley can't afford that. Yeah, I was going to say, surely no one in the Championship at COVID times can pay a loanee 18 grand a week unless they're, I don't know, Harry Wilson or whoever. Pick Harvey Elliott or something. There you go. Regulon is a class left back. Hope they don't sit off now. Tarpin Lord says cheers. For the to the cup of tea, I guess. I have to say the Spurs kit is class. They've got those weird collars that Liverpool have got, haven't they? So, yes. Championship defending, but good finish. Maybe a touch harsh, that one, Ben. It was a lovely cross and central midfield run. Whatever division, that type of execution normally pays off, doesn't it? Region is class. Absolutely. Midfielders getting forward and backing up strikers. I think I remember what that is. Yeah. Talking to an Ipswich fan here, Alex, so I don't know. I don't know either, buddy. And Buemo swings the cross in, and Lloris makes the save. Hi, Ben. What a cross it was. And Jim adds, always think it must be weird for a high possession side to be completely dominated on the ball. Yes. But this is what Brentford are aspiring to be, aren't they? I know Spurs are an elite Premier League team, not just a Premier League team, but this is where they want to be. Could be a good lesson. Let's see if they can come back into it. Brentford, De Silva to Sorensen in the centre-back position. Pinnock back into De Silva and back to Sorensen. Look a bit scared to commit, Brentford, in the normal way where the fullbacks would just go. They look like they're just slightly second guessing it, not to leave it open. It's understandable, isn't it? Pinnock back to Raya. And Sorensen again brings it forward towards the centre circle. Not great ball, and Spurs have won it back. Here comes the quick counter. Round the corner to Son, who charges forward. Is he going past Henry? No, he's not. Scary sight for the Brentford defence. Jensen comes away, but there's a Spurs player down in the centre circle. And they're not supposed to put the ball out. Jensen does the right thing. And referee Dean stops play. There's going to be a yellow card here. Presumably, that is linked to the foul on the Spurs player who is down. Mike Dean brilliantly just pokes. Is it Sissoko, the goal scorer, who's down? Janelt has got booked. So two Brentford players now on yellow cards, Kanyos and Janelt. And we'll finally see the tackle. It was Ndombele. Yeah, he just clipped him from behind there. Janelt. And Ndombele down, yellow card. What are you guys saying? Ben, can you put a bid in to buy Derby? Maybe at better times. Maybe when I had my job at the school before COVID, we could have had a bash, but I'm too poor at the moment, Lewis. This is all I got, buddy. Hopefully the right people will come along for your club. Curved Glass, new viewer here. Love your cozy setup. Thank you, Curved Glass. Do hit that subscribe button. Let us know who you support as well. Curved Glass. Good test for Brentford if they want to be in the Premier League. Indeed. With no James, it will give Kane a chance to have regular starts. Or, Josh, Callum Styles across into the middle. Mike Dean living up to his form book. Now, Bits, I did see Mike Dean do a championship game. It was Birmingham versus Leeds. Pat Bamford missed like 3 big chances in that game and Leeds lost. It was classic Bielsa first season at Leeds, that one. And I thought he's really good. David says, sum up Mike Dean in one word. David, can I use a hyphen? Box office with a hyphen in between is my one word for Mike Dean. Everybody else can have a go there. Omar Richards linked to Bayern Munich. Yes, they were linked with Max Aarons in the summer. Linked with Omar Richards now. What a move that would be for the Reading left back. Right. I'll give you a time check. We're coming up 20 minutes. If you want to sync up with me, either pause me or pause your Sky feed or your Now TV feed, whatever. 3 2, 1, 20 minutes in. Should we have a little look at the numbers and see what they are saying? If I just minimize that. Let's see if I can go a whole stream without clicking the wrong refresh button and removing literally everybody from the feed like I always tend to do at one point. Look at that. Spurs have just given Brentford nothing, have they? 2 shots on target, 1 big chance, 1 goal. Boom. 51-49 on the possession. Spurs, just lethal with their finishing, as they have tended to be this season under Jose Mourinho. And that's without Kane and Son really being in the game so far. So they will only improve those brilliant duo. Raya has it in the Brentford box, out to Dalsgaard in the right back position, and Dyer clears that one down the ground, and Dombele chases, and Sørensen hens it straight back to David Raya. Good throw out by Raya. Actually breaks the lines with the throw. Jensen, switch of play, and Reguilon just closed down Mbuemo, sort of dummied him actually, and wins the throw-in for Spurs. Let me know what you'd like to see on the channel these next couple of days. I'm taking the day off tomorrow, although I should be appearing on Lions TV, the Millwall channel, tomorrow night. I keep letting Dan down on that, to be honest. And, Boris let us down last night because he clashed with 8 p.m. and stole all our audience. So we didn't go ahead with it, but should be on there. Then on Thursday, we're going to have a look at the FA Cup previews. If you want me to do any more kind of halfway stuff, like I did my half-term report grades, let me know. Get your ideas in the comments, or better still, DM me on Twitter or Instagram, because this comment feed flies by. Free kick to Brentford, right-hand side, long way out, diagonal. It's going to go in the box, all the big guys forward. Jensen, nice delivery. Pinnock, who I swear wins 90% of the headers when he goes up for a set play, but it would have been a header of the decade contender to score from that, and he heads it well wide. 22 minutes up, and there is Ledley King, who was a brilliant header of the ball. He's presumably on the Spurs staff now. What a player he was. Wouldn't bend by Ipswich if he could. Wouldn't touch it with a barge pole, QPR forever. What's the joke? What's the best way to make £1 million out of football? Start with 3 million. Yes, we will do transfer videos, Noah. I was making a note of these earlier. We'll definitely be able to do one on Thursday. Usually wait for about 8 to 10 transfers, but we've got that now. So yeah, we'll do the transfer updates like we did. And we will be talking about Jordan Archer to Middlesbrough. Jordan Archer must have a good agent, is all I will say. Could you rate the transfers for the summer? That's nice. I like that, Liam. Let me make a note of that. And hello to True Blue. Raya clears down the ground. Tony's not getting much change out of Dyer at the moment, but Kanyos lets it go to Jensen, who plays it to Henry down the left-hand side. Mbuemo gets forward, and Brentford win a corner. Nice little attacking phase by them. I know you don't like transfer speculation. I think it's worth trying it, give a more Bloom analytical view on the impact of the potential transfer. I think the ratings would be good. Yeah, good shout. I'd have to give it my own twist, because I hate all this nonsense you get on transfer windows. Just a load of rubbish, half of it, isn't it? Corner to Brentford. It's going to be left-footed from Mbuemo, outswinger. 4 players gathered in the middle there. Looking for Pinnock as ever. Very good goalkeeping by Hugo Lloris, who catches it and then boots it up, looking for Heung-min Son. Henry does well, actually. Touchwood, this is probably the stupidest thing I can possibly say. Henry's having quite a good game against Son at the moment. So famous last words, no doubt. But yes, we'll see. If Buendia goes to Arsenal, where does he play? Arteta deploys a 4-3-3 or a 3-4-3. Yeah, good question. Good question. That you'd want him, Buendia, either right hand side of a 4-2-3-1 or right hand side of a 4-3-3. Not that he's ever done that, but he's such a good player. He probably could, couldn't he? Jensen switch of play to De Silva, bit of space on the right hand side. He'll no doubt try and get this on his left foot. He's fed it to Dalsgaard, and that's poor from Dalsgaard. It may have taken a deflection in deference to him. Curved Glass subscribed as a Zaguna. Nice one. Great to have you here, Curved Glass. We were just talking about Arsenal as well. That was well timed, wasn't it? Allegedly had a transfer record offer. What, Alex, what is the Millwall transfer record? It's not that high, is it? Let me know. What is it, Ryan Leonard? I can't think. Yeah, Happy New Year to everyone in the chat. Yes, I would love to go to the Spurs Stadium too. It does look fantastic, doesn't it? Dalsgaard tries to feed it through to Tony, and Brentford just have had absolutely no change out of Spurs' defence at all. One shot, which I guess the stats tell me was Pinnock's header, way off target, but yes. Yeah, 1.5 mil. That just sums the championship up, doesn't it? When you have parachute teams who'll spend that on a loan fee, and you've got a team that's managed to finish 8th and it's their transfer record. What a world we live in, hey? What a world we live in. Yeah, Millwall never disclose fees, don't they? How long do you give before Arteta gets sacked? Well, our Arsenal friend in the chat could probably answer that one a bit better than me. I like to see people see a project through, but pressure's on, isn't it? Here is Dyer. Plays it into and Dombele, who's been really... I had him down as the number 10, but he really comes short to receive the ball here. His heat map will have him very much deeper than a number 10, I would think. Big diagonal forward, looking for Aurier, who tries to head that down to Mora. And Henry, who, as I said, is having a pretty good game. He's going to draw a foul there, surely, from Lucas Moura. If we sell... Oh, who's Dieng being linked with QPR forever? I didn't realise that. How old's Dieng as well? What, 21, 22? Free kick to Brentford, right back, well, in the left back position. And Ray has come across to take this, so he's going to boot this down the ground. Oh, he's 26, is he, Dieng? Who's he being linked with? Pinnock plays the ball all the way back to Raya. 1.5 million for Barnsley. Was that until 1997? God, yeah, Tyler, Ipswich's transfer record was 2001. Matteo Sereni. 5 million quid for a goalie. Goodness me. Got nowhere near that since then either. You know your club's trending in the wrong direction when they don't break the transfer record for 20 years, for goodness sake, do they? Arteta won't get sacked just yet. Credit in the bank from the FA Cup win. Yeah, rightly so, I think. If it turns out. I normally find DT a reliable source. Yeah, just don't leave your phone. Mister, do I like Tottenham? Well, I try and be very impartial here, but I'm a very big fan of a lot of their players, but we try and be nice and balanced here. But yeah, obviously you can't help but admire Mourinho and any number of the Tottenham players, some brilliant players there. And here's probably the best of all of them, Harry Kane, who plays that wide right to Aurier. Mora follows up. Aurier again. Brentford holding out quite nicely. You just have the wonder whether Spurs have another little 3-5 minute fizzy period, and you know they can just get a second as and when they please. Here's Son in the 10 position. Out it goes to Region. Cross that one in, and Pinnock clears it straight back to the Spurs left back. He's knocked it back to Son in a crossing position. Lovely dummy by Son. Son holds up and plays to Reggiani, goes inside. Now Sissoko in a crossing position. Clips that to the back post, headed down by Aurier. Brentford kind of clear. Højbjerg's got it. Jensen drives him back, and it's all the way back into the centre circle with Dyer. Brentford defending that quite well there. Chest down by Aurier. Back it goes. And Højbjerg down the line to Aurier again. Cross deflected, and Sørensen can clear that. Did I see that Palace, West Ham and Burnley been linked with Jason Knight? Well, I'm not surprised. But as I always say, I believe it when I see the player holding up the new shirt and the transfer's gone through. Are Spurs playing Brentford like a cat with a mouse? They haven't quite got them on the string yet. Haven't quite got them on the string yet, but this guy's fun. King is TV. Mister, who do I support? You mean who do I support? I support Ipswich Town. You can probably tell by that Ipswich Town scarf on my wall up there. I thought if I put that up in the shot, I'd stop getting asked, but it's every video, isn't it? Ryan says, I remember being dismissed last year when I said Arsenal were off. The experts were insisting they had a title shot and Emery was their saviour. All pretty standard. Yeah, right. Joey Barton to Forest. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Or Joey Barton to Wednesday. Still that Sheffield Wednesday job open, isn't it? And the Fleetwood job open now. And Joey Barton available too. Here is Pinnock. Dalsgaard. You'll never get a stream where you don't get asked who you support or get a comment about your hair. Does that count as a comment about my hair then, James? I think we covered it, haven't we? Tick. No, but you're right, of course. You should go on AFTV if Buendia goes to Arsenal. I'd love to go on AFTV as long as no one throws a phone at me and actually listen to me and don't yell the whole time. But there we go. Maybe my temperament not best suited to that. Russ. Now, you may be exempt from the fake news sin bin as sponsor of the review show, but believe me, I can open the fake news sin bin, Russell. Yes. Good thing I like you, isn't it? Imagine Ben with a DT and tie on a live stream debate. Yeah. Who said that? Lewis. Lewis, imagine, or have you seen that meme that says the thing about arguing with an idiot is it's like playing chess with a pigeon. The pigeon struts around, craps all over the board, knocks all the pieces over, and still goes off like he's won. That's all I'll say there. Ryan, you can't ask to go in the fake news sin bin. You're not the Messiah, David. You're a naughty little boy. Oh, there you go. Tyler beats me in the hair stake if he's got a purple top knot. Dearie me. Actually, I will make a serious comment about hair, right? Henry's got it down the left-hand side for Brentford. We'll see this attack out, and I'll make a serious hair-related comment. Henry to Jensen. Into the centre circle to Pinnock. Down the line. And Buemo. Oh, good cross in. Tony heads at goal. Has he been held there? Maybe 50-50 with Davinson Sanchez in the box. But Tony gets his sort of first sight of goal. No foul there. Lloris makes the save. Easily. Yeah. Maybe we need to have a vote. Maybe even sponsors. Like I know we've got David in here and Russ in here as well. Maybe even sponsors should be allowed in the fake news sin bin. Son has got it on the edge of the box. Plays it wide to Aurier. Good crossing position now into the near post. Henry, who's had a good game, clears. Aurier's got it again. Good feet by the right back. Crosses it left-footed. Good feet in the first instance. Poor cross. Ty said Arsenal lost to Watford because it was raining. Sensational. Love it. I was going to make a serious comment about hair, right? I last got my hair cut. I think we'd just gone into lockdown in November or something. And I deliberately waited because we were coming out in the first week of December or something, weren't we? I deliberately waited until the start of January to book it, thinking we would be in over Christmas and out in January. But it's been the other way. We were out over Christmas and back in January. So this mop is going to be seriously long by March. If anyone wants to send me hair ties, then yes, please. That is a tremendous idea. If anyone wants to sponsor the fake news sin bin, which apparently you sponsory people should spare nobody, according to James. You DM me about sponsoring the fake news sin bin. I think that would be hilarious. And that would encourage me to put more people in. Here is Jensen. How long's your hair, Ryan? Didn't go for an entire year. Incredible. Do we have a we can get, actually, this might be the time. We can get the jingle done, can't we? What's wrong with looking like Ben Pearson, Alex? Big goal kick from Raya, headed clear by Sanchez. Helped on. Pinnock against Son in the air was a bit of a mismatch. And Ivan Toney draws the foul in the centre circle, I think, from Eric Dyer. QPR, Shaley did offer to give me a trim, but love her dearly, but she's not going to cut my hair. No, absolutely not. That's a good question. I'm going to steer clear of that one. Tony or Watkins, everybody in the chat. Tony or Watkins? Russ says, be nice to go somewhere other than my house. Speaking of the fake news sim. And here's Tony, edge of the box, feeds it to De Silva, right-hand side of the box. Gets it on his left. Can he get a good quality crossing? Yes. Kanyos, back post. Brings it down. He's taken a bit. He's taken too long. Sanchez blocks him out. Henry's up supporting. Yanel. Kanyos was too indecisive there. Silva back to Kanyos. Now am I going to be proved wrong? Kanyos crosses in. Oh, Tony pulled off. De Silva hits it. Great block by Heung-min Son. Best attacking phase of the game for Brentford. Here comes Sorensen. Can they keep the hammer down? Kanyos, left wing. Cuts inside. Moira just closes him down. And here comes Spurs on the counter. Brilliant step over by Son. On to Sissoko. And De Silva, I think, has poked that out for a corner. Or is it going to be a goal kick? I couldn't tell. Watkins, Tony. Be interesting to see, actually. Watkins doing all right in the Premier League, isn't he? Good Aston Villa team as well, actually. Really pleased that they're doing well. One of our dearly departed. This is a nerdy question. How tall is Heung-min Son? Because he's a strong bugger as well. He looks really slim. But he just really shouldered someone off the ball there. Corner for Spurs. Swung in from the left. Flicked header. Good save by Raya. Looks like Raya had got caught underneath the ball there. Remember Peter Shilton under the free kick in the 1990 World Cup semi-final where his feet just got stuck. But Raya did tip it away there. And that could have just been set play, Bosch, 2-0, game over, couldn't it? There, good save by Raya in the end. He was kind of in no man's land, didn't come, and then he's like backpedaling to tip that one away. Sanchez in the centre-back position with it for Spurs. And everybody hold your breath. It's still warm. Let's try and pour this tea. I'll catch you with my knees if it all goes wrong. Really slowly. Don't spill. Throw into Spurs down the right-hand side. Oh, I'm going to stop because that chance. Flicked on by Moura near post. It's a really good save by Raya, actually. I do him a disservice there. It's flicked. Oh, actually comes off Ivan Toney's head. Okay, I totally apologise to David Raya there. I got that totally wrong. Good save. And it came off Toney, who's pretty good in the air in that near post position. So, yeah, unfair criticism there from me on Raya there. Do take that back. Sissoko plays that into the centre circle. Dyer, and good press by Brentford. All the way home. Gus Hamer is Cov's most expensive signing since our record. Craig Bellamy to Norwich for 6.5 million. What a great player Bellamy was as well, wasn't he? Bit of a dubious bloke in his younger days, but a hell of a player, wasn't he? Here's Jensen. Oh, nice ball fired into Kanyos, but just dealt with by Højbjerg, who's tracking him back. Oh, David, the lid is tight, my friend. It's when it catches on the spout and pours down my blooming leg is the worry. Here's Son. Son out to Reguilon. Son again, and Mbeumo gets in front of him and wins that one. Oh, nice feet by Mbeumo. And Dombele makes the challenge. Evening to Hamza. One of our West Brom friends. You can console him in the chat, hoping that Big Sam's going to work his magic in the window. Oh, Robbie Keane and Craig Bellamy at the same time for Coventry. God, that's some pace, isn't it? You think of many quicker players than those two, or many quicker combinations? I have to say, in the same season, what was it? 17, 18, no, 17, 18. Anyway, Adama Traore and Dan James in the Championship. They're the two quickest players I've seen the past 4 or 5 years. Traore, in fact, was ridiculously quick. Like, you were taken aback at the game how fast he actually was. Jose Mourinho, domestic cup semi-finals. Looks like 6 wins out of 7 for Jose. That's a good question. Will Big Sam go for D? You probably know more about that than us, David. It depends whether Watford want to shed wages or bring in transfer fees. If you want to shed wages, probably Deeney. I suppose you'd want to keep Sarr, wouldn't you? So, I don't know. Would that be a good deal? Yeah, apparently Kyle Walker is mega quick, isn't he? Interesting. Samuel is lightning. I remember when I saw Dan James for Swansea, I didn't know anything about him, and I was sat at pitch level, which is rare for me. And you can really see how quick the players are in that instance. He was so fast. It's not true, Dan James, when he's at Swansea. It's probably still as fast at Man United now, but yeah, hell of a weapon. He was linked in the summer. Watford chat is one big name to go. Who's he going to be, David? Who's it going to be? Do you think, are they getting Will Hughes fit to just sell him as well? Get any comments on that? What have I missed? I've got to watch the game and do the comments at the same time. If I see 2% of it, I'm lucky with my attention span as well. If Big Sam went for Deeney, I reckon it would be a loan. I doubt Deeney would leave potential promotion for a potential relegation. Abdul Kamara. He watches like a teacher watches the naughty. Yes, I do. Especially where the fake news sin bin is concerned. It's important I get the right people in there. 44-24 up in this one. Pinnock heads away from Son. You guys are entertaining me far too much in the chat, and I keep looking away from the game. Dyer's got it in the centre circle. De Silva closes down Sanchez. I think Brentford will be quite happy to go in at half-time 1 down and have a bash at this in the second half. Yeah, Josh King, that's definitely going to happen, isn't it? And the I think the contract's only got 6 months to run as well. And Dombele plays that into Son to Højbjerg. 1 minute of stoppage time. Son's got it again. Brentford back in shape. Son, oh, lovely ball. Moira slips, gets up, smacks the shot, it hits Sørensen. Just these, we watch Championship here on the channel every week, and sometimes we get these periods where a team gets into shape and the other team just can't fizz that ball through the lines. It's like all of the Premier League players can just do it, can't they? That standard is high, isn't it? I might go in the sin bin if I'm bored sometimes. Put money, there's one of Ty's hats in there. Absolutely. Put a fork in it. I think it's done. Well, at 1 goal, you never know. Region down the line to Son. Son inside to Kane. And Kane just robbed by Dalsgaard, and it's going to be half-time. And Mike Dean blows the whistle. Half-time in this one. Spurs 1, Brentford 0. Sissoko with the goal on about 12 minutes. It's crossed in. Nice move, actually. A bit of space on the left for Region, who crossed it in. They were worried about Kane and Son. Sissoko made the classic central midfielder run a la John Walk, headed that one into the net. Fairly comfortable for Spurs, and they don't play in such a way where they, want to dominate an entire half and just, wave on wave of possession and leave themselves open. So I think Jose will be totally happy with that, especially given what paltry scraps they've given Brentford to play off. There are the numbers. 52-48 on the possession to Brentford. 4 shots to 3, but 3 on target to 1 in Spurs' favour. And the 1 on target for Brentford was just a floaty header. So you would suggest nothing really of any worry for Lloris in the goal. 2 corners to 1 big chance to 0. And yeah, the passes we said were close, weren't they? 48-52 on the possession. And it's just a matter of can Brentford stay in the game long enough until Spurs either lose concentration or make a mistake. Basically, there's Force on the bench, Marcondes and Godos, Fosu. So they've got some attacking options. They just want to change it up. But I would suggest they've got pretty much their best team there. Marcondes is creative, isn't he? We haven't seen the best of Godos. We haven't really seen anything of Godos so far, however highly rated he may be. Let me know, what would you do if you were Thomas Frank in this one? Would you stick to what you were doing and just say if you lose, they're just the better team? Or would you try and make some kind of tweak? Bear in mind, Brentford rarely go out of shape, that it is going to stay 4-3-3. You would have thought. Let's have a look at your comments. What have we got here? Brentford not played horrible, considering. Mike Dean is a terrible ref. Really? What issues have you got with Mike Dean in that first half, Gibbler? Not to say I could have missed any of his mistakes, but I didn't see he'd done a hell of a lot wrong. Certainly not to be called terrible, but interested to hear your view as ever. Hughes won't be sold. Need cover for Capu. Don't think any player has shown enough to attract the right money. Can't see anything else happening for Watford this window. Sarr to stay. They might get a couple of low ball bids. I want that striker from Plymouth, the one that seems to score every game. There he is, Jeffcott. Can't believe I got away with that. You get away with a lot, Russ. Believe you me. Yeah, Jeffcott. Every Saturday Super Stream. The only thing guaranteed is that Jeffcott will score for Plymouth at some point. Is Mourinho bringing Spurs a trophy this season? Well, looks like he's 45 from a final Do I remember Clive Platt? He used to play for Rochdale, Liam. Am I thinking of the right one? Up the Bees, Chris, always nice to see you on a Brentford feed. Now teaching is basically going remote. I'm signing myself up as a student for the school of BBFC. Well, that's very flattering. Russ. Rather listen to this, says Paula, than TV punditry for halftime. And now let's just get your thoughts in, Paula. Let me know. And also, you're Brentford, aren't you? What would you do were you Thomas Frank in the second half? Gibbler says 2 yellow cards for Brentford, 10 fouls for Spurs, no cards. The Mourinho naughty fouling and getting away with it masterclass of fouling. Chris, he says stick to the game plan. I think there's a sense that you just do that. And if you go under by 1 or 2 goals, you just say, well, you know, plenty of Premier League teams have done worse than that. And away you go. Yes. Do you want to, Bits is asking about the attack momentum. There it is. Can you see underneath the Spurs badge there? So the green is Spurs, the blue is back and forth a fair amount, but in the main, Spurs with the attack momentum in that half. Yeah, what is happening with Jordan Rhodes? We had a bit of fun at his expense with that sub cameo the other day, but we all know if you do give him chances, he will score them. It's just can he get himself into the box at this stage in his career? It didn't look like it the other night, did it? Jeffcott sounds like a horse racing ground. I think you're going to get some bids for that horse racing ground, Hamza. Ali and Berg, ouch. Yeah, there be the difference. Hey, we're just having a look at the goal again. Classic central midfield run there. Actually, I'm watching Sissoko now. He plays the initial pass. And yeah, they're going to call Yanel out here for, he just takes his eye off him. Then he passes him on to Pinnock, and Pinnock doesn't know anything about that. And Pinnock's worried about the England captain running in behind him. So maybe Yanel should go in and track there. You can find a mistake with every goal, can't you? I don't want to be joyless. I don't want to be one of these people who says Peter Reid should have brought Maradona down. Sometimes you just have to revel in the joys of the goal. Stick with the original plan, says James. Indeed. Wednesday trying to sandbag QPR with Rhodes. Don't want you signing anyone who scores and you stay up above us. Yeah. There we go. Right. See you soon, Lewis. Take care, my friend. Is it me or are Brentford better than Fulham or West Brom? That is a good question. They've got a better pattern of play, haven't they? Came short of both teams, obviously, last season. I just think on star quality in the end. And we all said if you took Mitrovic out of Fulham, well, maybe Brentford would have been up in the playoffs. What else have we got in the chat here? Hamza, any FA Cup watch-alongs planned? Yes. So we're going to do the preview on Thursday. We'll do the dearly departed teams and we'll do the championship teams. Then we're going to watch along Aston Villa and Liverpool on Friday night. There's going to be a super stream. I've got to take Shaylee to an appointment. So it'll be the 3:00 games. And then on Sunday, there'll also be another super stream around 1 p.m. There's about another 5 games there. And then we'll do a full review on Monday. So, yeah, we will be covering the FA Cup. Trevor, with the most important question in football, what's the score? 1-0, Trevor. 1-0. Gibbler says, definitely Yenelt's fault, but good young player, good game so far. All to play for, second half. Agree with all of that. Spurs will go through, but use the final. Brentford will score, but 1-0 at half-time and second half could be fun. Ryan is quoting Mick McCarthy. No mugs, Brentford. No mugs. Every press conference, Mick McCarthy. No mugs. Whoever you were playing. Whoever. Literally. You could have been playing Guardiola's Barcelona 2009. They're no mugs. Or you could be playing Ipswich 2018-19. They're no mugs. They're no mugs. Of course, Brentford are better than Fulham. That's why they're in the Championship. There we go. Ipswich at 5:30 watch along. Bits. I've got to pass that on to the Blue Monday team. I can't go across that content. Bits, I'm afraid. Crossing county lines there. Brentford need to get some passes going in the second half. Not going to score by passing around the back. Get forward. Yeah, they're just a bit scared to play their normal game, given the counter-attacking ability that Spurs have got. Paul Lambert or Mick McCarthy? Oh, dear. I think you all know the answer to that question, don't you? There we go. Vander James Hum is watching from Australia. Hello in Australia. Where are you in Australia? I love Brentford and Thomas Frank. Doing a grand old job, Thomas Frank. Can he get them up, though? I fear a few FA Cup ties we called off. Yes, that may well be the case, mightn't it, tomorrow? Oh, I like that. They're no mugs. Mugs. That's good. Let me write that down. Good work, David. No, you're not having royalties. Well, I wonder if we get sued for putting a comment off, sued for putting a cartoon of Mick McCarthy's face on it. Clive Platt getting a mention. Classic. Why are we talking about Clive Platt? I do remember him. What have we got here? Melbourne, 8 a.m. Our league just started for the year. We are one round in. What's your Aussie team, Vander? Let me know. Baz, being a United fan, Manchester United, you must say Manchester United on here or all the Leeds fans will kill me. I'm almost positive this game will go to penalties. Classic Mourinho. Nice one, Baz. Good to have supporters of all teams in here. 95% Rose. Do you remember Gangster's Paradise, Russ? Been spending most of their lives living in Gangster's Paradise. And it was a Stevie Wonder song, Living in on Pastime. I think he got 90% of the royalties when Coolio did Gangster's Paradise. It's like number one for weeks as well. I thought 90% was a bit unfair, wasn't it? Power and the money, money and the power. No, I'm not going to rap. Deary me. What do we got here? Used to watch Brisbane Raw. Good fun. Anyone good play in the Aussie? Didn't Del Piero used to play in the Aussie leagues? Anyone good play in the... It's the A-League, isn't it? I know absolutely jack about it. So anyone good playing there? I don't know, Jeff. 12.5%. As one of my old band managers told me, well, Ben, you see, 20% of nothing is nothing. The old good roundup. Can you play your keyboard? Now, this was going to be a New Year's resolution because someone always asked me to play the keyboard. This is an incredibly expensive synthesizer, which means it doesn't carry its own speakers. That's more a home keyboard type thing. You need the space for the processing power. So I need to get a little amp for it up here. I've got a lovely speaker that we run the TV thing through downstairs, but not allowed that up here. So maybe I'll get a little amp for this one. Central Coast Mariners watch. I'd be struggling. Central Coast Mariners are my team. After being the worst team for 3 years, we're top of the table after 2 games. Enjoy it while it lasts. Is it a secret? So, Paula, this has got everything built into it. Absolutely everything. Beautiful. Beautiful. Blooming scourge of my life this year because it's need to go in for repair twice. But when you drive down the road, you always see it's always a BMW or a Mercedes pulled up because the computer's gone wrong or something. And the good old Volvo, simple, just keeps going. That's the issue with this Korg Kronos. Adam Lafondra playing in the A-League. Nice. David Villa, what a player. God. The 2-game form table. Ryan Shotton and Rudy Gestead at Melbourne. Are they going to get Tony Pulis in as the manager? Sensational. No, he didn't. Usain Bolt played for... Wow. Hello to Matthew, one of our Borough fans. Actually, can we just do a quick check? I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1. Just write what team you support, just so we know what sort of a mix we've got in here. Everybody ready? Right, what team you support? 3, 2, 1, go. We're coming up for the second half. I want to get a good straw poll of what team everybody supports in here. Sounds like we've got a nice, good mix tonight. It's probably why it's so balanced. We've got loads of neutrals in here. People leaving their bias at the door. What have we got here? Oh, good roll call here. I love this. Right, Villa, Brentford, Norwich, Villa, QPR, Borough, Wednesday, Wickham, Brentford, Rovers. That's Blackburn, isn't it, Ryan? Sorry if I got that wrong. Cov, Wednesday, Arsenal, Birmingham, MK, Fulham, Brentford. God, this channel's great. Look at this. QPR, Millwall, Reading, Brentford, Watford. Oh, nice load of Brentford. Good. Arsenal, West Brom, Norwich, QPR, Ipswich, Manu, Barnsley, Wednesday, Barnsley, QPR, Sundowns. Who's Sundowns, Bull God? Say yours. Ipswich, Millwall, White Hart Dane. Guess who? There you go. There's a clue in the title. Nice one. Good roll call, that. And a Forest fan, Joel, as well. Great. We're trying to make this the place where we have reasonable, sensible conversations about football. And it's so good that you're all on board subscribing. And what a brilliant mix of teams. I'm glad we didn't have to, I think we only got one Spurs fan in there. We've got a few Brentford, but obviously we skew towards the Championship with a few dearly departed in here. Were Brentford the winners? That's excellent, given it's their watch along. Nice. Oh, Matthew, do not ask Chris about Jordan Archer. You're not going to like the answer, my friend. You're really not. It's half time, and the players and referee Dean is about to blow his whistle. We'll give you your time check in a sec. Quality mix is fantastic, isn't it? From all the way top of the Premier League, all the way through. Plenty of couple of League One ones in there. Brilliant. Oh, Hallewell, Tel Aviv. That would be a good one. And we all get on okay. We try to, except you get the odd what do you call it? Malcontent like Russell stirring the pot there, who's exempt from the fake news sin bin there. Too many cool teams in England, isn't it? When I was threatened by a Millwall fan, I claimed to support Bemerton Heath Harlequins. He was so confused. He let me know. Not that that's funny. Being threatened by a Millwall fan, I'd imagine could be very scary. I always do all right at Millwall, actually. They all very nice to me down there. But, yeah, don't get on the wrong side. Put it that way. I'm not... I'll let one of the Millwall fans... answer you guys. he wasn't the best, honestly. Here's Kanyos down the left for Brentford, right up to the penalty box here. Cuts inside, trying to engineer a shot. Good hit. Eric Dyer gets his head in the way. Henry brings it down. Going to try and find a crossing position. Kanyos swings that one in again. Dyer has defended very well against Tony, hasn't he? And Henry plays it back in. Just watch Sunderland 2, Millwall 2 on YouTube. I was at a Sunderland-Millwall game that season, but it was the other one. Who was that left-back who played for Sunderland, played for Everton? I think he was like from Costa Rica. Someone will tell me in the chat. Scored a brilliant goal. What was that guy's name? Anyone remember who I'm talking about? Everton and Sunderland left-back. Scored a hell of a goal in that game. Referee Dean is giving a talking to Sergi Kanyos, who's on a yellow card. What happens next, everybody? Yes, Brian Oviedo. Well done, Russ. You've bought yourself a sin bin there. Oviedo. There we go. Dalsgaard's been called over there. Referee Dean, lenient on Kanyos there. Says that's your last chance. Eric Dyer pipes up and says he doesn't deserve another chance. Little bit lucky to get away with that one, I think. Yeah. I think there is VAR actually, Lock, yes, but they weren't asked to have a look at it. Matt James and Dan Crowley. I didn't know about the Crowley. I quite like him actually. Should be gone. Oh, I like that as well, David. David's having on good form tonight here. A get out of sin bin free card. I mean, everyone gets out after 5 minutes, and the real trolls just start going for it again, don't they? Straight away. Henry down the line to Kanyos. Back to Rico Henry. Never touched him, but get Kanyos off now, yeah. Yes, we may see Mr. Fosu or Mr. Godos warming up. Here comes Mbuemo, and he's got past Sanchez now. Can he get into the... Oh, why didn't he go down? Oh, Mbuemo was the wrong side of Sanchez then. I know I shouldn't be saying that as a football absolutist, but a challenge came in, and I've seen so many players go down in that position. Tried to square it for Tony there. That was my genuine real reaction was, why didn't he go down? So he gets goal side. Let me have another look at this. Oh, he's got to go down there. Stonewall penalty if Mbuemo goes down there. He tries to square it to Tony. He does the morally kind of right thing. But you know if he'd have gone down then, penalty would have been given. And the block made in the end. Sorry, excuse me, it was Aurier. He went in behind. Sanchez made the block. I know, Hamza. Let me not say he should have gone down. Let me say, had he gone down, penalty for sure there. Absolutely. Worst goalkeeper seen in the Championship, Nyland at Villa. Yes, and I saw Nyland firsthand against Ipswich make a hell of a mistake. And we were rubbish that season to draw. Oh, into the box goes Aurier. Big chance there. Drives it over. Could have squared it as well. He came down the right-hand side. This game's opened up last 2 minutes. Mora played him in. It's poor from Jensen. Passed him too easy and on his right foot there. And for God's sake, he's got Harry Kane waiting there. Deary me. Over the bar it goes. Captain Lurge wants you to watch the match on Not On Sport. I think you should stay here. If there is VAR, it should be picking up fouls when they stay on their feet. Too nice, yeah. Should employ the dark arts. I think our friend Russ would agree that Todd Cantwell and Max Aarons both would have gone down and taken a penalty there, wouldn't they? Nothing wrong with that in the current climate, I have to add. Foul by Mbuemo there in on Reguilon. And referee Dean produces a yellow card. Aurier lacking in composure there. We're just having a look at this challenge by Mbuemo. He gets a bit of the ball, but I'm afraid you can't lunge in like that and leave anything on the player. Now, you're going to get a yellow card. And that he does. Free kick to Spurs. Now, you could get a Harry Kane curler here. Sometimes they're quite funny when Eric Dyer just completely larrups them. But he's gone to stand in the wall. Never. We never play for the penalty. Only twice in the last few games, yeah. Foul there on Tony. We may see the yellow card come out here for Reguilon. And fair dues to referee Dean. Very consistent there. How old is my channel? Well, my channel's quite old, Curved Glass, but I've only really been taking it seriously for a couple of years, my friend. Cantwell is like Bambi in the box, and that's from a Norwich fan. Yeah, I was saying this today to name drop to our friend Chris Gorham. Norwich play the Championship like a big club plays the Premier League, don't they? They make their advantage count. And hey, that's what winning teams do. They know how to win, don't they? Gibbler, I think you've been debunked there because literally a Spurs player got booked probably about a second after you said that. But Yeah, no, I'm afraid in the laws, got the ball is just no longer a defence really for anything, is it? It's all about how you lunge in and endangering the opponent and whether you used excessive force or not. So I'm afraid got the ball doesn't win many debates about refereeing decisions, despite the fact you see players over and over again saying, I got the ball. And it's kind of like, look, you're literally a pro. Do you want to go ahead and read the laws? Because that ain't going to win anything. Fabio Silva is the Bambiest. Lovely. There's one at every club. We have Gallagher and Pereira. Todd is brilliant. Finals, yeah, he's getting there, Russ, isn't he? I love his confidence and his swagger, though. Excellent. He's got star quality, hasn't he, Campwell? Here is Henry. Kanyos. He's being hustled by Aurier. And they've turned it over. Here is Heung-min Son. Sissoko. And Dombele. It's going to go out right to Aurier. And Dombele's got it back in a bit of space. Give and go. And Dyer in the centre circle. It's going to go out wide to Aurier. Worked a little bit of space, Spurs, but Brentford back in shape. Højbjerg's got it. Brentford are playing like a team in the Championship that would be playing against Brentford at the moment. Jez sitting in nice and tight, but it's gone out wide to Mora. Worked this quite well, Spurs. A lot of passes in this move. Lovely ball by Mora there outside of the foot to Sissoko. He's beating Kanyos really easily, and fortunately, Rico Henry can defend. Hashtag know the rules. Absolutely. Know the laws. But yeah, absolutely. Does the image on your jumper represent yourself in the bedroom? Just a guess from your alpha male appearance. Comment of the day from Charlie. No, I just thought it was a funny tiger jumper, but there you go. I got the ball, but also broke both its legs. I've genuinely seen. Watch the famous Ipswich playoff semi-final game where Paul Ritchie nearly kills Marcus Stewart and then gets up and says, I got the ball, ref. He gets red carded. Is Buendia going to join Arsenal? Please say yes. Oh, God, this is going to rumble and rumble. Mr. Buendia and his agent need to make a very sensible business decision this January. And no one really knows what they're going to do other than those two. And whatever you say, whatever you hear, the only thing that will prove it is the window being shut and him still being there, because you just don't know what can happen in a month and how people's minds can be swayed and what they can decide to do. So we will see, but it's going to rumble and rumble and rumble. Get the Guinness out. Oh no, I'm off the booze at the moment. Tiger Bloom, new fragrance. What is the fragrance in Anchorman? Is that a tiger thing or a lion thing? Sky are giving us some stats about Marcus Force, who apparently has the most goals as a sub in the Championship, joint with Sam Gallagher of Blackburn. Well done, the Sky stats person. I love it when people put end of story or fact or it's that simple. So Russ apparently has got access to Arsenal's books and their chief financial officer, and he knows what the Norwich asking price is, and he's spoken to Buendia, his agent. So it's all over. We're all sorted. We don't need to talk about it anymore. Sex Panther. Yes, it was, wasn't it? Brilliant. I need to watch that film again. Jensen clips the free kick in. Dalsgaard has got spare in the box. Dalsgaard puts it into Kane. Wink blocks it with his chest. Dalsgaard crosses the second time and it's headed away. There you go. Michael Bailey, that's all you need, because journalists are always right, aren't they? And no club has the local journalist in their pocket ever, do they? But there we go. As I say, it'll rumble and rumble. And honestly, if anybody thinks they've got the facts on it, unless they're Emi Buendia, they haven't. And we'll see by the end of the window. I'm more Pink Panther than Sex Panther, apparently. Nice. Norwich would be crazy. That I agree with. Norwich, it makes no sense for Norwich to sell Buendia at all. But we all know how it goes when players playing below their natural level decide that they want to leave. They normally get to leave, don't they? Here is Raya. Clips that one out wide to Dalsgaard. And Son robs it off him. 58 minutes gone in this one. Back it goes to Højbjerg. Højbjerg to Son. Now Sanchez has got it near the centre circle. Looks for Mora. Sanchez. And Dyer. Region. And clipped forward to Aurier. Oh, Sissoko's got it inside the box. Drives to the right-hand side. Crosses into Son. Oh, brilliant volley by Son there. Really hard technique. But as you can imagine, a player of his class still manages to get a really good effort away at goal. Sissoko robbed Iain out quite easily there. And, it's just wide by Son. Would have been a great goal, but it just would have been a standard goal. Do you know what? He actually shins that a little bit. If he'd hit that plumb on his instep, he probably scores that one. But that is the high standard we expect of Son and indeed Kane. Kane's probably not had a shot in this game yet, has he? Dear me. Don't see Son miss them often. No, I agree. He's that good, isn't he? What else have we got here? Curved glass is off, but he's definitely going to watch again. You are more than welcome. I'd like to have seen Benrahma, Eze and Buendia all at the same team. That would be sensational, wouldn't it? Absolutely sensational. Ben says he works at Norwich. They've just accepted an offer. End of story. There you go. Emmy is here in the chat. Look, yo, Ben. What is that? What you're saying? Is that what the kids say for what you're saying? That was very close. What's happening? Ben is giving commentary again. I'm all over the show tonight, Bits. Is that a hint? It's a long throw-in approaching for Brentford. Sørensen is going to toss this one into the box. 61 gone in this one. Still 1-0 Spurs. Anything can happen from a set play. Dodgy bounce. Bounces up and hits someone's arm. Deflection, whatever. In it goes. Looking for Pinnock. And Sissoko got a header on it. Reguilon looks accusingly at him. I don't know what else he was supposed to do. Oh, yeah, maybe not head it back into his own 6-yard box, I guess, would have helped. But out it goes for a corner. If Buendia did leave, well, it would definitely make the title race more interesting, wouldn't it? You'd take the best player in the league out of the leading side, and yeah, will make a difference. Corner to Brentford, 62 gone. In from the right-hand side, and Buemo left-footed. Tony, and yes, they've equalised. Am I too partisan there? It's 1-1. Sorry, I enjoyed that goal a little bit too much, but Spurs a complete mess from the corner. I thought Tony might have been offside, actually. He should have scored the initial chance. completely missed the header. Oh, is he going to be offside? I think it's going to be disallowed, unless they judge that Lloris touching the ball. There's the header. Well, his knee is offside, so this may well be disallowed unless Lloris touching the ball is a new phase of play. But is his knee ahead of Sissoko's foot? God, that's close. And they're doing the lines on the VAR, and his hand is literally blocking. They're zooming in. God, that's hard to tell. It looks like his knee is about 6 inches offside. Yeah, there's a much better view of it there. So this is probably going to get disallowed, this one. Because Ivan Toney's knee, while he's knelt down on the floor, is evidently giving him an advantage, despite the fact he has to spring up and head the ball in. Don't start me. Yeah, it's going to be offside. And it's not going to be 1-1 here. Offside. The VAR disallows that one. Don't hate the player, hate the game. He is offside. It's a bit soul-destroying, but he's offside by... His knee's offside. Is he gaining an advantage from kneeling on the floor and then jumping up and heading the ball in? No, probably not. But he's offside by the laws. Annoying as it may be. And let's be honest, he should have scored the first header, Tony. He completely missed the first header, didn't he? So VAR strikes. As I say, don't hate the player, hate the game. He is offside. I understand the need for VAR, but it does ruin a good mood. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Offside was introduced to stop goal hanging. Don't think his knee was going. I know. Until they make offside subjective, because offside is now black. Well, it's always been black and white, but it wasn't, was it? It was a little bit subjective beforehand. Until they stick a line in the offside law that says... is in an offside position and is gaining an advantage, then it's just not going to change, is it? So whilst offside is black and white, that, I'm afraid, is offside. A little bit dull, but yeah, there we go. Maybe a little tweak to the wording of the offside law or something needs to be done over the long haul. But VAR is annoying, but it's correct by the laws at the moment. So every time a goal is disallowed, we all have to drink, don't we? If they're in line, they're in line. I hate the offside rule. Well, before VAR, that would have been onside, wouldn't it? Because it would have been so close. There you go. And you wonder why I want that rubbish nowhere near football there. Oh, no, that's not Mike Dean strikes again. That's Mike Dean's nothing to do with that decision. That's literally not Mike Dean who made that decision. There we go. Has VAR affected people's bets? How can you have a whole tournament without VAR? Well, yeah, we've seen plenty of competitions play with 2 sets of rules, especially this year, haven't we? Ho-hum. I suppose the argument would be it's the same for everybody who's in the semi-finals, and the people who got knocked out without it, and the people who got through without it. So it is what it is. I'd love it to be swapped around. So if there's a part of you on side, you have people leaning their leg back and their head forward, wouldn't you? Oh, crikey. There is a super chat. Thank you, Tyler. Money talks these days. No loyalty in players. If any team offers more money, they're most likely to go. A lot of time, that's true. But more often than not, they do what's best for their career. And yeah, there is no loyalty. The only loyalty in football is from the fans, who are fiercely loyal to their teams. I have to say, often or not, look, if someone offered me a whole ton of money to stop my YouTube channel and go and work for their YouTube channel, sometimes you think about it. You think, what's best for me? What's best for my soul? What's best for my creative juices? But sometimes you take the money, don't you? Although I probably enjoy this too much to take that offer. But there you go. Depend how much it was, wouldn't it? Here is Kane. That's it, Ben. There's no way Tony gains an advantage. No, he doesn't gain an advantage from being offside there, does he? That would be my argument. A little tweak in the wording that that says has gained an advantage, but maybe they'll look at something. In other countries, thicker lines are used, so these things. Yeah, I've been an advocate, Hamza, of the dead heat rule, what I call it, where where two horses go over the line at the same time. If it's like infinite, like millimeters, they call a dead heat and pay out on both, don't they? At which point, maybe give the advantage to the attacking player. So, Lewis, yes, you are legend, Lewis, loyal to BBFC. Thank you, sir. Russ is going to be my George Harrison to Monty Python here and fund the channel. You're a legend, Russ. You already do enough, my friend. As a Beach fan, just happy to achieve a semi. Nice. Got to be some advantage to the attacking team. I suppose, Russ, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Does the advantage come with all the penalty decisions now that the attacking teams get? Maybe do they weigh out the offsides? I know that doesn't make it right, but maybe there's an advantage in other areas. Here comes Son. He's clean through. He's going to score. Of course he does. What a player. What a finish. Game over, ladies and gentlemen. Heung-min Son goes through and, of course, scores, slams it down the middle of the goal. This is a world superstar striker. And Son does it again. And it's a counter-attack, isn't it? De Silva gives it away. Kane into Ndombele, Son, and what word would you say? Just lethal, just utterly lethal, that bloke. What a player. Touch. I think Dalsgaard actually tries to take him down for the red card there, but Son is just too good. Not too good for a championship team. He's too good for everybody. Gives the keeper the eyes, slams it down the middle, scores his 1,000th goal of the season, doesn't he? What a player. Jose fist pumps with his hands in his pockets, and Spurs are going through to the final here. Heung-min Son, 11 goals in the last 16 appearances. And most of us here, I know we've got a few Brentford in, most of us here are neutral, and the bloke is just a pleasure to watch. Reguilon goes off. I think he was on a yellow card. So Mourinho takes him off and brings Ben Davies on at left back. He don't miss twice. No, he doesn't, Russ. No, he does not. Subscribe to Ben on Patreon for great content. Thank you, Lewis. Crazy, deadly. Game over. Come on. It's Jose. It's 2-0 at 70 minutes. There we go. Sign that lad Son up. Yeah. Well, if Buendia's worth 40 million, then Son's worth 200 million, isn't he? What a player. Maybe 100 million. Game over. End of story. If you put end of story on, we're sorted, aren't we? Anyone remember Spurs signed Son up? Did they? Where did they sign Son from? How much did he cost as well? Sensational. Go out on the pitch wearing sexy attire. What? No, I'm not reading that one, Charlie. Would Kane and Son get 80 goals between them in the Championship? They'd score probably one each every game. And if they played 40, 80 between them probably would be about right, wouldn't it? Does anyone else score for Spurs? Do you need anybody else to score? Leverkusen, was it? Wow. Who signed him? Who signed Son for Spurs? Or is it all done by... Would it have been Daniel Comoli, the sporting director then? I don't know who the guy is now. He's the sporting director at Spurs now. Yes, we should applaud the Bees for getting this far. But Spurs, too much for them today. It's 2-0 now. Leverkusen. Nice. Yes, we should say rest in peace, Colin Bell. Arguably, pre-Sheikh Mansour, Manchester City's greatest player? Someone will let me know. 22 million for Son still seems like a bargain, doesn't it? Kane and Son would get 80 goals between them in one game against Burnley. Well, just kick off goal, kick off goal, kick off goal. Deary me. Referee Dean has called for a foul. Fosu and Marcondes are going to come on for Brentford. I should create a football team. I'm funnier than Mark Goldbridge. Sensational stuff. That might need to go in the fake news sin bin. As long as you're laughing with me and not at me. Kanyos comes off and Fosu comes on. He'll just play in the same position down the left-hand side. Janelt comes off. Did he lose Sissoko for the first goal? Maybe. It was a good goal. Two things can be true. Marcondes comes on. So that Spurs, that Brentford midfield, is a bit more open now with Marcondes in. But Marcondes is going to get 20 minutes against the Premier League heavyweights. Here comes Kane. Touch. Oh, you'd have put your house on him. Raya makes the save. Brilliant first touch by Kane there. He just can't quite find the corner when it looked for all the world it would be another Harry Kane goal there. How things change quickly. Ivan Toney kneeling on the ground. Knee offside. Not gaining an advantage, but he was offside. Goal disallowed. And then Heung-min Son lethal. But here comes Fosu into the box. Works Dyer. Dyer's defended well tonight, hasn't he? Dyer has been too good for the Brentford attacking players in those moments, hasn't he? And here comes Spurs. And would you believe Heung-min Son has a dodgy first touch? Here is Ndombele. Well marshalled there by Dalsgaard Jensen. Genuinely pretty two-footed player, isn't he? Jensen in the central midfield. Mark Goldbridge's Alan Partridge. Nice. Does he do it on purpose, though? Is he like Carl Pilkington, where he's actually in on the joke? Isn't Daniel Levy the guy? I don't know who does. Have they got a sporting director Spurs? They must do, mustn't they? Club of that ilk. Here comes Mpuemo in off the right. Looked like he was going to work the position. Crosses it and very cool by Aurier, who chests it down. Yes, I did hear about Joey Barton. That's a shame that because I liked Barton at Fleetwood. There was that Kane chance. Really should be 3-0. You expect him to bury those. Comment of the day from Logan. Here comes Spurs down the right. Very open now since about 65th minute, this one. Kane to Son. Son edge of the box. Oh, lovely bit of skill there by Ndombele arriving there. Just dummied it and kind of dinked it past his man. He just went a bit too far and hit it with the left foot wide there. Another opening for Spurs. Lovely skill by Ndombele in the first instance. Raya, to be fair to him, does... Poor old Dalsgaard there. Raya does close him down nicely on the near post. Maybe a little cut back. And the England captain might have been in with a tap in there. 76 gone in this one. If you like Barton, would you have him at Ipswich? Probably. Our manager's not doing very well at the moment, Tony. So we look at anyone who's a little bit more innovative. Ho-hum. Hey, we've had big name guys before and they've all been terrible. Maybe it's just the owner. Here is Dyer. Takes his time with it at the back. They're in no hurry, Spurs. They are 2-0 up in this one. Up in the air. And Marcondes. I never know who the foul should go against in those instances where one player just stands still and the other player tries the header. And they kind of jump over the back of him. I suppose, it's the player that's holding their ground. Winks came on. Winks draws the foul. Bits with a super chat. Check your inbox. I will do so. Bits, Patreon subscriber and betting legend here. Oh, cross to the back post there. Good climb by Mbuemo and heads it over the top. Bits puts the super chat up and then says, "Mum's the word." Guaranteed to be read if it's a super chat, Bits. And Mbuemo, good climb there against Ben Davies, but he seemed all amped up about the jump and then didn't control the header. Aurier, poor ball into midfield there, and Jensen heads it forward. Fosu, who's been fairly lively since he's come on, came on and scored, didn't he, in our watch-along Brentford Bournemouth. What a great game that was. This one's been interesting. Marcondes to De Silva. Ooh, De Silva trying to skill up Harry Kane and Harry Winks in one go there. Didn't work. Here comes Kane. He's brought it a long way. Son on the left wing. Son trying the cleverest of balls there for Kane, but Pinnock reads it and Kane doesn't. Oh, that's poor from Mbuemo. Just gets bailed out by Sorensen. Fed through to Son, who tries another very ambitious pass and turns it over again. Maybe doesn't try those passes unless it's 2-0 up, but it is 2-0 up. How long left? I will give you a time check at 79:30. If you want to sync up with me, I'll count down 3, 2, 1, and it will be 79:30. 3, 2, 1. Bosh, 79:30. Pause your feed or pause me. Line everything up. Hands off Russell Martin. Hey, I met Russell Martin in Wagamama outside the MK Stadium. He was very nice, actually. A very charming, handsome man. Here is Rico Henry, crosses that one in. Davis on the cover. Gets it clear. Jensen trying his luck from way out. And Davinson Sanchez is in the way. 4 seconds off, Russ. Are you ahead of me or behind me? Nice. The bird is the word. Bird is the word. Here comes Marcus Force. Who's coming off? Mbuemo. I never think this works when Brentford do this. I think they lose balance when they play Tony and Force up in a front three. Both of Tony and Force gravitate to the central position, don't they? And they got lovely. That's the one thing about Brentford, one of the best balanced teams. You probably in the whole championship last season. No, Leeds weren't they, of course, but with the fullbacks bombing on and the inverted forwards. Long throw in from Mads Sørensen. Dalsgaard tried to flick it on, and here comes Spurs on the break. That's excellent from Fosu, who's had a really good sub cameo actually. Tries to give and go, poor from Dalsgaard. There, actually, Gibbler, right on clue, says Sørensen has played well. Yes, he has. And remember who he's playing against, Harry Kane. So not easy. Not easy. Oh, 4 seconds is an age. Are you right bang on, David? As we come up to 81:30, boom. This channel has taken over from the highlight Dave and I. Actually, I must say, Shaylee was out working today. Lovely to see her back home from work. Probably the highlight of my day. But you guys have been amazing in the chat today. It's been really fun. This one, very good spirited. And as we saw by the straw poll, we've got loads of fans of loads of different teams in today, which is awesome. Here's De Silva, edge of the box, cutting in on the left foot. Good feet, works Davis. Son gets back. Jensen plays it out right-hand side to Dalsgaard. Crossing position. Winks closes him down. De Silva, Spurs, so organised defensively. Jensen clips that one forward. Surely the offside flag's going up. Referee Dean has stopped the play. Marcondes looks raging. There we go. 25 seconds off using Now TV. Hit pause on me, Liam, and count to 25 slowly. Yeah, now I spoke to a guy in a TV shop about this, Katie. The internet feeds are always behind the TV feeds. Referee Dean has been advised to check something on VAR. I have no clue what it is. Don't know if there's some off the ball stuff here. Oh, ouch. That is just, oh dear, I think Josh Da Silva's going to get sent off here. He's going to get sent off, guys. Oh dear. There's nothing in it. Does he endanger the opponent? If he does, I've got a horrible feeling about this one. It's gone to the VAR. Referee Dean, yeah, he's going to get red carded. Oh, no. Oh, such a shame. He just miscontrolled it, and it's serious foul play, endangering an opponent. You knew it was going to happen, didn't you? You just knew it was going to happen. And Russ, great point. That's a 3-match ban as well. Oh, that's such a shame. Such a good play. He just miscontrolled it. There's nothing really referee Dean can do there. He's kind of come down with the studs. Oh, that's so disappointing because he clearly, it's just a mistake, isn't it? He clearly just overruns it. But when you look at the wording and endangering the opponent, it's a red card, isn't it? Such a shame. Such a shame. Anyone know about the bans, whether they include the league or the cup? Oh, Højbjerg comes in and closes him down. It's unlucky, isn't he? He miscontrols it, but always going to be a red card. The Gibbler, he's gone with he got the ball. Oh God, they just showed a close up of Højbjerg's shin. He's absolutely ripped a massive hole in his shin there. I'm afraid intent, the Gibbler, is only anything to do with handball, deliberate and not deliberate. And now, in obvious goal-scoring opportunities, we can talk about intent with the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, but I'm afraid intent has nothing to do with it. David says, did he get the ball? Højbjerg is walking down. That's a real painful one. But I think in the trade, that's called a flesh wound. But it looked blooming painful, didn't it? Yes, I agree with Gibbler that there was no intent, but it's a red card. Sadly, and down to 10. EFL competition. Oh, okay, good call. So it'll include the league, not the FA Cup. Ouch. I think we've cleared that up. And yeah, Carl says, yeah, I mean, it was totally an accident, wasn't it? But two things can be true. It can be an accident and a red card. Højbjerg is an important player for Spurs as well. Might have just cost them. Oh, no, I think he'll be okay, Ryan. I think he'll be okay. He walked off. It looked, hopefully it hasn't got anywhere near the bone, but it looked like a flesh wound. Fingers crossed, everyone's okay. We all know Josh Da Silva, kind of flair midfield player, not really known for maiming people. I don't want to be one of those idiots that says not that kind of player. So yeah, shame. Anyway, moving on from that red card, which I don't think there's a great deal of debate about. So yeah, Ryan, I wasn't wincing at the challenge. They took a close up of Højbjerg's shin, and it just look. I'm not a professional athlete with adrenaline coursing through my veins. Just looks so damn painful, though, didn't it? Yeah, he did have a good game actually. A few Brentford have had a good game. Sorensen, Gibbler mentioned. Henry has played a couple of one-on-ones with Son as well, really nicely. Here's Tony, reverse ball looking for force. Cut out by Aurier, and Dyer clears. Yes, we will be doing FA Cup Saturday, mega FA Cup hyper stream. I'll come up with a pithy name for it. Can I just apologise quickly? I scheduled all of my streams today, or a lot of them, for the month. And Shaylee came home and said, Ben, what the hell were you doing on YouTube earlier? I got about 20 notifications. So I do apologise if you've rung the bell and you got 20 notifications earlier. I do apologise. I did it all in one go. I think we've cleared this up, Matthew. He can. It's. I think Russ is right. It's EFL. Oh, is it red cards? I don't know. Apply across all competitions. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'm hearing two different things and not in a position to equalise it. Is Gelhardt good in my opinion? I'll leave that one to Katie, who's a Wigan fan, in the chat if she is still here. He'll feel it in the morning, Koiberg. I bet he will. Yeah. Anyone played indoors on one of those five-a-side pitches and like slid over? Oh my God. The burn I got on my leg once for doing that. Shocking. 88 gone in this one. Spurs just cruising in now against 10 men. Kane has it. Kane to Winks, to Aurier, to Ndombele. Sorry, Sissoko, to Aurier. Dyer to Sanchez. And Davies to Winks, centre circle. I remember my Puma King shell suit coming down a helter-skelter. Oh, not football related, but painful. Never slide on the Asti. Do you know what? The most stupid thing I've seen I remember playing indoors on a hard floor and someone trying literally a bicycle kick. Bear in mind, there's a pro footballer doing a bicycle kick on grass is one thing, but an amateur football doing an overhead kick on a hard floor. Oh my God. He had to stop playing. He did his back. Oh, wow. Why? Fosu on the left wing, trying to be a bit too clever there with Aurier in close quarters, and Aurier tackles. Fair dues to Mourinho. It's 90 minutes. They're playing 11 against 10. They're 2 up, and he's really pushing them into the tackles and the press. Oh, is that true, Alex? Mollenby to Preston until the end of the season. That'll be to cover, might be to cover Alan Brown or Ben Davies leaving, but Ben Davies is out for, not Ben Davies, Ben Pearson is out for a while. Here's Marcondes. We're into stoppage time. He's looking for Dalsgaard forward. Fosu's got it. He's in the box. Slid inside to Dalsgaard, who's still forward. Wrong guy. Dalsgaard nearly gets through. Rico Henry hits it left foot. He's trying to cut across it and he puts it over the top. If you're a Brentford fan, you wouldn't have wanted the first one to fall to Dalsgaard or the second one to Henry when Tony and Force were in there. But what you're going to do? Ben Davies link with Sheffield United. That makes a lot of sense, Russ, that one, doesn't it? And talking about our private text conversation earlier, Russ, I may have an investment in Ben Davies. So I would endorse that move. Sky have named Musa Sissoko the man of the match. Anyone got any views on man of the match? Sissoko, goal scoring central midfielder on the winning team here. Yeah. Ben Pearson to Millwall in a bizarre love triangle. You could do with him. Actually, Ben Pearson at Millwall would be perfect. I'm only repeating on Alan Brown and Preston what one of my Preston friends, subscribers, said, that they thought Brown was the most likely to re-sign and Ben Davies was most likely to go in this window, but Pearson will go in the summer. Not sure about Dan Johnson as well. They've really, really let the contracts run down. Yeah, old-fashioned Astro. I used to play at an indoor cricket stadium in Ipswich. Bits will probably know it. But yeah, just absolutely brutal. Rico Henry, left wing, 92-36 up in this one. And he's beaten Aurier. And Aurier's fouled him there. Is Aurier going to get a yellow card for that? It was a challenge with the arms, not the legs. Aurier, that's fair dues. It's like the wrestler lifting the hand of the guy he's just beaten there, gives him a slap on the back after beating him. Man of the match is Russ for dodging the sin bin all game like a pro. Gibbler, we've given it a good go. Concentrate on finishing third. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Actually, Gibbler, answer me this. I think Brentford need to bring one player in to challenge the 3 parachutes. Would you agree with me? Brentford maybe not in a position to have to sell. Marcondes takes the free kick in. Loris, good goalkeeping with Tony sniffing. Yeah, Ruts is the Robbie Savage of this. Good at playing on a yellow card. David's talking about the FA player app. Is it going to be as far behind as iFollow is? Because I might as well just stick with a super stream and we'll just go all in if I'm going to be way behind on iFollow. Kane plays that one in behind. 94 up of a minimum 5 minutes stoppage time here. This has been an absolute pleasure, guys. Really fun in the watch-along tonight. Sorensen has it. Last attacking phase of the game. Spurs are just practicing the old 10 against 11. No, it'd be the other way around, wouldn't it? They would be the attacking side and Brentford would be doing the defensive drill. I'd go for 2 or 3 players. It's really interesting, Gibbler, when these sides work their way. Oh, here comes Kane, by the way, into the 10 position. Kane smashes it goalwards over the top. It's really interesting when these sides that do get into, and I'm talking like Ipswich 2014-15, do you make the gamble and try and bring someone in? And surely after all the Brentford sales over the years, maybe maybe a £5 million signing just to pep things up. You know, the old Dean Windass to Bradford in a promotion push, Marcus Stewart to Ipswich in a promotion push, Ken Zahor to Cardiff in a promotion push. You know what I'm saying, don't you? Brilliant stream as always. Thank you, James. I'm having a day off YouTube. I am busy on other business matters, let's just say. Full time, Spurs 2, Brentford 0. Thomas Frank and Jose Mourinho. I think Mourinho's quite a fan of Brentford. He's probably saying, good luck, hopefully see you next season. Spurs go through to the League Cup final. Sissoko, great central midfield run. Maybe Yanelt lets him go. But 2 things can be true. Great cross, even by Reguilon. Sissoko heads it in. Heung-min Son, second half, just lethal through, smashes it home. That was just after Ivan Toney kneeling on the floor. His knee is offside, and the goal is rightly disallowed by VAR, much to all our irritation about the current work and the black and white literal sense of the laws. Sadly, Josh Da Silva just overruns the ball and then makes a bad challenge afterwards. I hope that Højbjerg is okay. Had a horrible gash on his shin. Da Silva now suspended for, we think, well, at least 1 or 2 championship games, depending on whether it runs over. And Brentford's 16-game undefeated streak in all competitions is over, but good experience for these Brentford players trying to get up into the Premier League. Let's have a quick look at the numbers and then we'll go to your final comments. Fairly comfortable for Spurs in the end, especially I'm sure the time 11 versus 10 helped with those possession stats. 3 big chances to 1 is always revealing. 12 shots to 11, 5-3 on target. Classic Spurs, really lethal when they need to be. And clean sheet at the other end is always a good combination. Will Spurs win it? Who knows? Who knows? Who's in the other semi? Is it Manchester Derby? I can't remember. Is it? Let me know. Yeah, on Brentford possibly strengthening. Money is tight. Indeed. Is money ever tight for Matthew Benham, though? I wonder. Joel, thank you. Love these streams. Thank you, sir. Very, very kind. And the same to Matthew. Oh, and Nketiah to Brentford. That's an interesting one. I'd like to see that. Couldn't do Beelzebul. Can he do Frank Bull? Chris, great supporter of the channel. We bid about 2 mil for Mollenby yesterday, but Brighton not prepared to sell as he signed a 3-year deal in the summer. And he's gone off to Preston. We will definitely do a transfer update. Maybe I'll get up super early and we'll do one tomorrow. Lots of stuff. Yeah. Omar Richards to Bayern Munich. We have Max Aaron's linked with Bayern Munich. Yes. Manchester Derby. And I'm missing it. What are you going to do, hey? What are you going to do? They're not dearly departed and they're not Championship. So there we go. I'd like to see Nketiah get another go at the Championship. I think he'd be a... what about Nketiah to Swansea? What do you think about that? Or Balogun, one who scored against Ipswich for the in the whatever you call it trophy. There we go. And yeah, I know you don't want me to say this, Jim. I'd love to see Bannon at Brentford just for the running. That'd be terrific, wouldn't it? Thank you, Liam. Thanks, Ben. But thanks to your great followers. Yes, this is the place. No abuse. Sensible chat. We know the laws of the game. We don't call each other names if we disagree. And, the fake news sin bin can open if people are silly. Yeah, Bannon. It'd be an interesting one, wouldn't it? I'd be interested to see what sort of a deal would get him away. 6 months left on the contract. And again, like I will say about most players, if their contract's running down or they feel that they're a level above the club, if they want to go, they genuinely can go. Love the halftime report. Thank you. Abuse comes in week 2, of course. Don't think we had a trouble. No, we did all right, didn't we? No, I'm not always right. Hey, in this game, I completely got a David Raya call wrong. I said he should have come and he made a great save. So I am wrong very, very often. But if you say end of story at the end of whatever you say, it's automatically right. Hashtag end of story. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you for the super chats. Tyler, make sure you've all subscribed because YouTube have had a purge today, so we're actually down. Russ is taking credit for hashtag end of story. Hashtag what's the other one? Here's a perfect example. I'm like, no, it's only a perfect example if it is a perfect example. Or what was the other one? It's that simple. There you go. I'll let you have that on a mug. Hashtag end. Actually, I do like. Let me write end of story down. Brilliant. We might have that on a t-shirt. Saying end of story is not the end of the story. Someone think of a pithy thing for a t-shirt. Brilliant stream. End of story. That is right. There we go. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Brilliant fun tonight. It was Brentford losing 2-0 over at Spurs. Premier League team just had too much for them. Jose goes to another cup final. Can he win another trophy? I'm going to go and watch probably some comedy show with Shaylee on Netflix if she's still awake. Really, genuinely, I agree with whoever the commenter said. Such a good bunch of subscribers here. So good-spirited, so knowledgeable as well. Really, really does make this an absolute pleasure to do. Enough hyperbole for me. You're all brilliant. Thank you very much for watching. And I'm going to do my gimmick here. But I always grab the things. No one went in. Unbelievable. Nobody went in. I always grab them too quickly. And I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. And it is over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.